What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Uniquely Destiny. Get in here, get in here, get in here. If you're new to the channel, hola, bonjour, como estás? I hope everyone is muy bien. So, without further ado, y'all, I told y'all I'm gonna go ahead and do this review, y'all. I want to make this a show that I am staying consistent with. I enjoy this show for various of reasons. But before we jump into the Scene ATL, the review that we're gonna be doing today, I would like for y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are sharing this live, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, a girl, honey. Yeah. So the Scene ATL has made it to our screens, y'all. Yes, as of today. And if you all are not familiar with the series, I'm going to go ahead and just put the put it on the screen. Okay. I kind of talked about this last week when the preview came out, and I said that I was gonna, go ahead and review the show because we have Scotty by Nature TV, who I've been watching for quite some time now, and then also KStarr on there. We have JT on there. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters in this news LGBTQ plus series, hunty. So if you are not there yet, you need to get on down to the Scene ATL. Okay. All right, y'all. Without further ado, y'all. So, while I put this up on the screen, while I put this back on the screen, y'all, this first episode was good. When I say it was good, like very much so organized, very much so succinct, very much so professional, very much so clear. You can hear what the people are saying, you can see what the people are doing. It's no overlapping. You aren't confused on who's doing what. So yeah, just an overall great series. So I'm gonna pop them on the screen right fast. All right, and it's over on the YouTube. Over on the YouTube. Okay, so this is the show that we will be covering. So y'all, it starts off with Carl. So I don't know if y'all can see my screen here. Okay, yeah, y'all can see my screen. So it starts off with Carl, who is the producer, CEO. And then you have JT, who is also the CEO of this beautiful series as well. But we start off with Carl, y'all, and Carl actually lets us into a more intricate part of his life where he's actually going on to the podcast talks with Trimmy. I don't know if you all are familiar with her podcast, but if you're not, definitely go check it out. um and Carl is showing, is talking about, what he has upcoming, and sharing his music and sharing, promoting the show and just doing all of the things, right? And I thought that this was a really good opening for Carl, because we have seen Carl throughout various of shows on various of networks. So I thought that this was a good way to, definitely, start off on the right foot. You know what I'm saying? So, next we see him meet up with Delon at the med spa. So here's Delon. Delon is a registered nurse. Delon has a med spa. Delon models. Delon is a jack of all trades, and I think it was really good to see the med spa and get to see all of the aesthetics of all of the things that he offers in the med spa. I thought that was really good, because a lot of times we see people, like, let's think about housewives. Like, we see Kay off of Real Housewives of Potomac. We've seen her spa, we've seen her kind of in practice, but it's not like, oh, but it's not like it's not like, how it's not too intricate, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So we actually get to see the entirety of the med spa. We get to meet his receptionist, and we get to see a lot of things of the things. Okay, so I thought that was really good of Delon. And so it starts off with Carl speaking to Delon about, people that will be on the cast, and, other people that will be working in close proximity with them on the show. And, Delon is very much so open to it, and, always, uh, giving Carl encouraging words. And what I can appreciate about a relationship, a friendship that is genuine is when your friends big you up, you know what I'm saying, or your family bigs you up. Like, it really shows that, outside of the show, that there is some camaraderie amongst the two of them. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that. And so Delon also shared that in this scene too, we get to see Delon actually in practice and meeting, with some of our reality TV stars, like Sweet Tea from I just watched the show Married to Medicine, and other reality stars. And I thought that was really good to see too, because a lot of times people can say one thing, but until you really see what they're doing, it's a whole different ball game. So I really, really like their conversation. And so the next scene we see, JT, we get introduced to JT, and JT is also, again, I like to show y'all who these people are. JT is actually Stylish TV is actually JT's Coda. Yeah, hold on. My dog he is Coda. You better stop. So Stylish TV is actually JT's I wish I can cut that out. Platform, y'all. But anywho, we've seen JT on various of shows, and also a CEO, also a beautiful support system for all the people on the show. And then also I didn't know that JT wore so many hats, but also it was mentioned that JT is a producer, a director, a photographer, CEO, whole bunch of things, you know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that, because I'm like, I only really just have seen JT like on the producer side of things, and like a little bit on the show, on a little bit on on the shows, but it's like I really haven't seen JT. I really didn't know that all the hats that JT wore. So I really appreciated that background of that. And so we also see JT meet up. Oh, before we get there, we get introduced to Scotty. Now, Scotty by Nature TV. If you all are not familiar with Scotty by Nature TV, then hey y'all. If you all are not familiar with Scotty by Nature TV, then you should get down to the YouTube, baby. Okay, the YouTube. Shout out to Mississippi. I'm also from Mississippi, not Canton, but definitely from Mississippi. But I can always appreciate when I see Scotty on the screen, because Scotty just comes with a whole different aura. It's like regal, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what regal is, look it up. Okay, he gives a very warm presence to me. Even when he's giving his commentary, is very, real, raw, warm. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that. And what I've also seen from Scotty in the YouTube verse is that a lot of people love Scotty. You know what I'm saying? They really, really appreciate Scotty, and the things that Scotty brings forth, and the people he has on his platforms, whether it be reality stars, whether it be reality stars, whether it be his own friend group. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a really great thing that Scotty brings. And then he also brings authenticity, okay? Because a lot of people that come to the shows, they don't bring this, but have a lot to say. Okay, but we won't go there. What do we say? To each their own. Anywho, so we learned that Scotty is, a YouTuber. Again, interview with reality stars, all the people, y'all. And then also he is a author. Now, I did learn that back in, I want to say, he said 2014 he wrote his first book, but then recently he did just write another book. Wrote, get it? Wrote. No ChatGPT, wrote. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, just Clock it, okay. But anywho, um, yeah. So shout out to Scotty. Make sure that y'all go check out Scotty's book. Um, I'm sure that you all can go on Scotty by Nature TV. Just type it in on the YouTube and click in the bio, and the book will be there. You can purchase it. However you want to purchase it. I'm not sure if it's an audio book out or not, but I know that Scotty has two hard covers. Okay, so I don't know because some people like audio books, some people like the hard covers. Okay, just saying. I think that they're hard covers. Okay, all right. So next we see JT and Scotty ultimately meet up and catch up, and you know, it was said on the show that Scotty and JT are they're cool, but they're not as close because they have the same circle of friends, but they just really haven't just sat down and just had a viable closeness. You know what I'm saying? And so it was really great to see them in this scene and just catch up and talk about what it is each other are doing, and um just have banter and just go back and forth, right, to catch up. But also too, we get to the meat and potato of things because we have Bando Kane, which this is Bando Kane, okay? Bando is being brought up in this conversation because Scotty, this is Scotty again. It's mentioned that Scotty and Bando have a love thing, right? They're lovers, right? And so JT has some feelings. JT is not afraid to share commentary on um how things are looking when it comes to the bando of it all, or what things are being said. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Scotty. We have baby Scotty's here, y'all. Sugar is here. Oh, Sugar, Scotty is here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Scotty. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Scotty. Shout out to Scotty. See, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You got to get on down there. That's what I'm saying. Just Scotty is just regal, regal. Okay, regal. Okay, regal. Okay. Shout out to Scotty. I'm gonna keep that up there. They just made my night. So, we get into the bando of it all, you know what I'm saying? And JT, had some feelings about it. And, I really can appreciate that they have a true friendship because at the end of the day, despite how, Miss JT felt about the relationship, you know, JT kept it very respectful, you know what I'm saying? And was like, I'm just here to tell you how I feel. I think that Bendo is a clout chaser, yada yada, whatever, whatever. And I can respect how Scotty received it. See, y'all need to get y'all some friends where you can have these conversations and it's not so rah rah. And even if it gets rah rah, you all can come back to earth and say, hey, I'm just here for you. I'm just giving you, I'm just here to tell you how I feel. And if you don't like it, that's cool, but I'm still your friend, still love you at the end of the day. And I can appreciate this conversation because it wasn't too much, combativeness. It was just like, okay, Scotty's listening. Okay. And Scotty let JT know, hey, I like him. So that's all that matters. And ultimately, if somebody said that about my sugar, you know what I'm saying? Letting me know if that was my friend, I probably would have responded like Scotty and said, what, I love her. You know what I'm saying? And I've been with Sugar for about 6 years. So trust and believe I've heard some things, and, even from my family, like I had to even get some of my family together about my sugar. Like don't tell me about my sugar, but but I appreciate your commentary. As long as I love her and she's showing up for me, you know, I'm here for it. And just like JoJo was saying, shout out to Josiah's World because I was watching the whether you like it or not panel before I came on here, and JoJo even said, um, he appreciates you know the love that Scotty has for Bando, and as long as Bando makes him happy, then that's all that matters. And so I would have to agree. You know what I'm saying? So I just really appreciate this because I think sometimes it's hard for friends to have conversations and let their other friend know that, hey, I'm hearing something. And, I also feel this way at the same time. It can be hard sometimes, but they did it. They did it like adults, like not what we see in some of these other shows where people are just like, no, like they were adults about it. And I appreciate that. So Scotty was like, girl, I'm confused, but okay, I'm here. We're here, and and so Miss JT just kept on going, said that, felt like, Bendo was a troll. And, again, Scotty like, okay, well, again, I like him, I love him, that's all that matters. And we'll get to the meat and potatoes of it all if we shall get there, right? But until then, ain't nothing gonna change because that's my man, my man, my man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Scotty, you know what I'm saying? Like you stand in it, you know what I'm saying? Rock with your significant other, because baby, I'm telling you, my families can tell you, baby, I'm sweet as pie. But don't talk about my sugar. Don't talk about her. Because for one, she don't do nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And for two, if that's how you feel, tell me how you feel, but be respectful, just like JT was. You know what I'm saying? We don't always get that. But I really appreciated this, seeing it, two grown adults. Hallelujah. We got an adult LGBTQ show. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about adult. It ain't no, like, we just in the first episode. We might get there, but it ain't no, like, adults. Shout out to the adults out there. So next we see and it was, more that was said, but that was mainly the gist of the conversation, and it went over well. Next we see Carl and Bando at the gym. Yeah, I really really like Carl. Carl is so funny. Like, if y'all have not watched Carl on any other show, you need to get down to this one, because for one, this is his show, period, point the blank. Okay, the period at the end. Ain't no keep going. No, it's the period, point the blank. Now what I can appreciate about Carl brings the people together. Now y'all can be fighting all day. Carl can say one thing and baby, everybody gonna be laughing. They might still feel some type of way, but in that moment, he's gonna bring them together, and I can appreciate that. So we see Carl and Bando at the gym. Now, what I appreciate about Bando keeps his figure nice and right. Okay. Shout out to Bando, because I can appreciate someone that takes care of themselves. They show up for themselves, but also they don't mind helping others. And then let's go back to the friend of it all. You're helping your friends stay in shape. Now, I don't know if this just for the show or not, but I don't think it is, because we've seen Bando on other shows. Like, that's what he does, you know what I'm saying? Rap. And it's always being brought up that he's working out, and he's taking care of his physique. And that's why some of the people are mad, you know what I'm saying? Because they no longer have Bando. Shout out to Scotty again. But anywho, did y'all catch that? I said what I said. Hallelujah. We're gonna pray for them. But anywho, so we see Carl and Bando, go to the gym, and Carl meets up. Carl is just a real friend. Carl, like, now what's going on? What's going on with you and Scotty? I can appreciate a friend that just gets to it, you know what I'm saying? Because what is going on, you know what I'm saying? But also too, Bendo's like, hey, we're good, we good. That's my little boo thing. He ain't say that, but y'all know how when somebody really likes somebody, they be like that. We good. They ain't trying to give you too much, but they like, we good. It is what it is, So Bendo kind of gave him this. So Carl was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna let them do what they do. I'm not gonna push, because again, Scotty and Carl, let me show y'all. Scotty, shout out to Scotty who's on the screen, and then Carl, they're really close. And so as a friend, if my best friend, right, sees Sugar, me and Sugar and I, we ain't really just been, I ain't really just been talking about her like that. I'm pretty sure she might have some questions too. So in the scene, we see, that come up, and Bando and Carl discuss, that, and then they go into the group of it all. And so, Bando seems like a pretty cool cucumber. Like I can rock with Bando. Bando seems like he cool. I don't know what's this stuff I've been hearing about Bando, or these other folks been saying about Bando. Bando seems like he mind his business to me. It seems like other folks just being his business. You know what I'm saying? That's just to me. I don't know. I don't know. But anywho, so Carl's like pretty much in the scene telling him, hey, we got everybody, we're gonna meet everybody, and this is everybody that's gonna be around, and yada yada yada. And Bendo seems cool with, what I'm saying. So ultimately, that was the gist of it. And again, I can appreciate the friendship of it all, because again, sometimes you have people that play like they your friend, you know what I'm saying, don't want the best for you. But what I can appreciate about Carl is he's very neutral. Like, he's there to ask some questions, but also, if you don't give me no answer, I'm cool with that too. But then also let you know, but on the other side of things, business wise, this is what we got going on. Just a neutral, succinct, sound friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a Carl, okay? Shout out to Carl. So next we see Carl meet up with Henry, who's also his ex. And I thought that was very, very grown and mature of Carl to bring his ex on the platform, because it was said that, Carl explained it like, they didn't end on the best of terms, but the ex, definitely Henry, was open to, coming on the show, and, um, showcasing what it is that he had going on, and all of the things, other things. So I thought that it was really good to bring on the show. And Henry is for one, the whole cast is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm just say that. Henry, we learned that Henry is a model, photographer. Look, y'all, I can't even talk. Photographer, things of the things, right? Just a jack of all trades again. Um, and so in this scene, we see Carl letting Henry know of all of the people that are going to be in the group, and it looks like Carl said, that he was in agreement, like he's okay with meeting the rest of the group. And so Carl even comes back and say that he genuinely feels that Henry is also ready to meet the rest of the group. So I'm ready to see how that's going to play out, because next week, before I even get jump too far ahead, we see some things go down with, I think it was Henry, if I'm not mistaken, and Bando, but we shall see. So that was that. And then the next scene, y'all, I kind of went through this pretty fast, but the next scene we see Scotty and Bando meet up. Now they discuss Scotty being an author, and Bando, Bando's career, and what they were just catching up, because we learned that in the scene with Scotty and JT, Scotty mentions in his green screens, that ultimately he and Bando were not on the same page, but didn't let JT know, which I don't feel bad, because sometimes you don't gotta let everybody know. You ain't gotta let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? What you got going. If you and your little woo doo woo, y'all ain't on the same page, that between you and your little woo doo woo. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nobody business. Sometimes you don't want, it can be your closest friend. Sometimes you don't even want your closest friend to know, and it's cool. But we get to the scene of Scotty and Bando it all, and they talk about, where they left things off, and Scotty is updating Bando on, being an author. And, shout out to Scotty, because one thing I would say, they like to say that Scotty is they like to compare Scotty to Candy, but I like to compare Scotty to Diana Ross. You feel my drill? Okay, a Supreme. Okay. Baby guy. Money long. I don't know what Scotty money looking like, but long in everything. I say from Broadway to reality star. I see Scotty being an author. I see Scotty already on the show. I see Scotty starring in movies. I see Scotty getting on up there with Dancing with the Stars. I see Scotty doing all of the Diana Ross. You know, shout out to the Candy Birds of it all, because Candy money is long too. You know what I'm saying? Candy is the Jackie of all trades, but that's Diana Ross when you're talking about Scotty by Nature. Okay, get it right, a supreme. Okay, all right now. So anyway, so we did in this scene with Bando and Scotty. You know, we see Scotty and Bando touch on a night where Scotty had to help Bando to the house. Now I do want to know more, but you know, I guess we'll save that for another day. We're gonna save that for another day, honey. Okay, because I'm like, you helped him home, Scotty. You helped him home. What else did you help him do? They so cute to me. Oh my god. So Bando was like, you know, I ain't even know who had helped me. I just know that I had woke up and I was good. I was good. So I was like, yeah, that was me. Yeah, you know that was your boo, Bando. Ain't like you know, Bando. Come on. I get my bill out. Oh we, they so cute. All right. So then they discuss you know, the blogs talking. This is what I was really ready to see, you know, the conversation of the blogs talking. Now, before I get there, we know that some things transpired that we won't speak too much in detail of, you know, but we have been seeing the streets being hot up in these folks' business. Now they got bukus of other things they can be doing. Don't they got groups of people they can go be with in the LA of it all? I mean, if ain't nobody else gonna say it, let's just say it. And then I was talking about, I'm just commentating. I'm just baby, commentate on your own page. When you get your own page, then commentate. When you can be up there interviewing the people and not behind the head, let's talk. But until then, mind your business. I wish folks would mind their business. And then I was talking about, well, it's on our screens. So, for one, stop fixing your hair because, baby, it's not yours. Just like these braids are not mine. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. Maybe it's the Mississippi sister in me that's coming out. Like rare. Like, get out of these folk business. Damn. Lord. Anyway, so Scotty says, you know, Bando baby, they pretty much been running, they bumping their gums about you, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just want to make sure you got my back. And what I appreciate about Bando, he didn't blink a eye. He didn't do what the people always accusing Bando of. I don't know Bando, so y'all do not come for me. I am not a Bando stan. I'm learning Bando just like the rest of y'all. But what I do not like is when people harp on one person that, for one, you only know from this well reality. Have y'all been around this person? And even if, let me just say this, even if you dealt with Bando, you don't deal with Bando now. So just because you might know Bando from 3 years ago, they might not be the same Bando. People grow and elevate, okay? Elevate, okay? So let's just keep it there. Like, grow up. I just cannot. I want to say what I want to say, but I'm going to keep it within the realm of things. You know what I'm saying? But if that person, or these people come for me, holy hood, my tongue is sharper than the steak knife. Your mama got it in her drawer, okay? Don't play with me, okay? So anywho, so I appreciate Bando not blinking an eye. Bando said, I got you, boo. I got you. And that's what they're mad at. That's what they're mad at. Because, see, not too many times do you see on some of these reality LGBTQ shows that their significant other has them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a friend, maybe the friend of a group, you know, they're all in, you know, they're all down for one another. But a lot of times we don't really even get to see the significant other. So to see this side of Bando and Scotty's relationship, I definitely appreciate it. I welcome it. Give us more. Give us more. We want to see more. We want to see why the people upset. We want to see why the people it got so much to say, but they got so much to do. And want to throw up how much money they got. But that don't deviate the fact that you are a nasty person. Yeah, I'm going to get off of it. I'm going to get off of it. I'm going to get off of it. That just makes me say, I don't like that. Stop harping on that man. Leave that man alone. Period. All right. So next they end up talking about, again, Scotty saying that, and what I can appreciate about Scotty is he didn't say JT. He didn't say Bob, Sue, and Mo. He didn't give a name. Scotty just said people are talking. And that's the kind of people you want to have around you that, let you know. You know what I'm saying? They let you know what's going on, but also too, they ain't trying to give you no mess. They just letting you know, hey, it's being talked about. I want to make sure that we are on the same page and that you have me. And literally leave it there. And you know what Bando did? Said again, I got you. You don't have to worry about it. Even gave the man a kiss, gave Scotty a kiss. Okay. Which I just I'm here for it. Oh my God. Oh, wait, I'm here for it. I know a lot of people had something to say about the kids. It's like, y'all just, at this point, you're haters. Okay? At this point, you're haters. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad at these two young men living their life, doing what it is that they do, bringing y'all the shows, bringing y'all something to watch, giving y'all something to do, giving y'all platform something to talk about. But you got so much to say. God don't bless negative hearts. God don't bless ugly. He do, but he don't bless ugly hearts. Okay? Maybe physically, but your heart got to be right with the Lord. Okay? Oh, and if it ain't right, it could be a little freaky, but come on. So y'all, ultimately, that was the show, y'all. And I really appreciated this episode. I know that there is going to be the streets are going to be hot, baby. And you know what? I'm here for it because at the end of the day, this is a great show. I don't think I've just watched, and this is me being very candid, a LGBTQ show inclusive to chasing reality without having to go back and forth. Like I watched this all the way through. I didn't have to stop it, pause it, none of it. The only commentary that I would give, like feedback I would give, is just turn the music down just a little bit. Turn the music down just a little bit, okay? So just turn the music down a little bit so we can hear everybody talking. But other than that, great show. Great show. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to the whole cast. I really want to see in the upcoming episodes. Also, I would like to see Delon's med spa. I would like to see Delon in practice in the med spa, like actually from start to finish. Like I want to see Delon bring in his client. They get registered at the desk. They get to the back. He's checking the vitals. He's doing a little, facial, whatever it is that Delon. I do want to see more because I'm also in healthcare. I work in healthcare insurance for a really prominent insurance group here in the Northwest Pacific. And I appreciate when I get to learn about, updates on nurse practitioners, business, or doctors, and certain medicines that or certain procedures and things. I get excited about that, all things health. So I do want to see Delon do more. And if it didn't happen in this season, we got next season to go. So I would love to see Delon in that realm. Also, another piece of feedback I would like to give is I would like to see Bando in the booth. Yes, I need to see Bando in the booth. And Bando, if you need some beats, my sugar make beats, y'all. My sugar is a Jackie of all trades. Sugar make beats, sugar write songs. My sugar does it all. Shirt business, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I'm promoting my woman. But yeah, so just saying, because you know it's a lot of people that make music. It's a lot of people that do a lot of things, and we heard some of Bando music within the scenes of this show. But I need to see Bando in the booth. I want to see Bando literally walking up to the booth. I need to see Bando in the booth. Y'all helping him mix the songs and everything. So I would like to see that. Also, too, when it comes to Carl, but I know that we probably are only going to get so much from Carl because Carl is also going to be featured on the upcoming show, Chasing Atlanta, on Chasing Reality's platform. So, but I would like to see Carl also in the booth. I mean, like I've seen some of Carl's videos and such and things, and I hear him speak about, behind the scenes things, but I think it would be great for us as viewers to see that as well. But again, this is just the first episode, y'all. We have about 7 more episodes to go. I think they said that it's about 8 episodes coming out, if I'm remembering correctly. So that being said, I'm just looking forward to more. This was a great first episode. I even like the aesthetic. Since y'all want to talk about the kids, yes, shout out to Stylist. Who did this? Did JT do this? JT, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this thumbnail? Because it's everything. Yes, you want to talk about it? We gonna monetize off of it, honey. Yes. But you know what? Shout out to everybody on over there on the Stylish TV. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and type in StylishtV. That's Stylish TV. It is, baby. And go on over there and hit that subscribe button. Okay. Y'all can even write on the community post if you want to. All right. So, ultimately, this is my commentary. Again, a beautiful, beautiful start to a great new reality LGBTQ plus show, and I'm here for it. I hope that you all definitely enjoyed this commentary. And again, shout out to Scotty by Nature TV for stopping by my little video channel. I really appreciate that so much. I cannot wait. I'm going to manifest an interview with everybody, even Delon, even Bando. I need to get up on it. I be a little shy, you know what I'm saying? I be a little shy to be reaching out, y'all. I'm like, what they say no, but that's how you grow. Rejection is not a bad thing, but I need to get out of my own head. So I'm going to manifest in Jesus' name, because everything I manifest definitely comes to fruition. It really does. I'm going to manifest a interview with all of these beautiful people, and hopefully one day it'll happen. All right. Again, shout out to Scotty by Nature TV for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate you for always showing love to us small content creators. You get it. You understand. And we are here to always support you. Okay. Keep being your authentic self and keep showing us the way, because we appreciate it. Okay. Shout out to Carl, shout out to JT, shout out to Delon, and shout out to Bando and everybody that was on the show tonight. I really, really appreciate y'all, and I cannot wait till next week, honey. Baby, I will be eyes glued, and I will be on time, since I know that there is a whether you like it or not panel for them. I definitely will be respectful of their time and come on after their panel is off each week. So just look for me in the thumbnail, y'all, to come on back and commentate. So without further ado, I really appreciate all of you all. I hope you all enjoy my commentary. Hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed night out there. If you are on the replay game, hola, bonjour, como estás? I hope you're muy bien. Have a good night. I'm out. Bye.